Good morning. I am trying one more time. Is there anybody there that can let me know if I have volume now? Um, let me just check it out before I start rambling on and realise that nobody can hear me. Yes, I have volume now. Awesome. I don't know what that's about. Something going on in my computer, obviously. So, as I was saying, let me just recap. Letting go of judgment of the body and all the judgments that we have collected during our lifetime. You know, maybe all the judgments, whether when you were younger, whether you were taller or shorter or fatter or thinner or more beautiful or less beautiful or whatever it was, the judgments we were making. Then as you move up into teenage years and more attractive, less attractive, if only you had more of this, less of that. And then obviously if you have had any dis-ease, any scary health journeys, what is the body doing? So we've been in constant battle with the body and feeling that we've got no control over it and quite often scared of what it's doing and living in quite abject terror. I know some of my clients have been about what the body's doing. Excuse me. So there's obviously and then there's the aging process, you know, getting used to your looking in the mirror and you don't look the way you used to look. The body's maybe not quite capable of doing the things that you used to do. So that kind of judgment can go on all through your life, depending on what's happening. And if you get betrayed or left, or if you've experienced extreme loss, then often our attention can turn to the body, you know, that's because in ourselves and our lack of self-esteem. So we're going to do an intensive letting go on the body. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes and come inside, come inside of the body. And what can you feel there? And maybe there's a certain area for you that you've always criticised and judged. Maybe there's a part of the body you've been scared about. Maybe you've had lots of tests and you've been worrying about certain organs, bones, muscles, your ability to do things, to not do things. Maybe it's how it looks. Maybe it's the skin looking older. Maybe it's your hair. Whatever it is, just allow any judgment that you have had in your entire lifetime around the body, just allow that judgment to be there. It's there anyway. And in this moment, can you just welcome all the sights, sounds, and sensations that come with all these past stories, concepts, and labels? Just allow it all. It's all just information from the past. So just observe it, allow it, embrace it, and then just let it go. Set it free. And if there's any part of the body that you are wishing was different, maybe there's a part of the body that's not there anymore that you wish you still had. Maybe it's a part that you wish you never had. Any wishing any of it was different, that it looked different, that it was different, and how much happier you could have been if it was different. Welcome all wishing it was different. And then just let it go. set it free. And there's any part of the body that you're waiting for it to change so that you can be happy, waiting for it to heal, waiting for it to do whatever you need it to do, or whatever you perceived you needed it to do. Can you welcome all of that too? And just let it go. And if there's any part of you felt victim of the body, why is my body doing this to me? Any part of you feeling that you have no control over it, that you're a victim of it, that you're taking it personally, can you welcome all of that too? And then just let it go. And if there's any trying to figure it all out, why is it doing this? What about this? Why? Why me? Why is this happening? Any trying to figure it out, causing even more stress with your lack of understanding. Can you welcome all of that too? And then just let it go. And if there's any wanting control or feeling out of control, welcome all of that too. And then just let it go. And if there's any wanting security, welcome all of that too. And then just let it go. And if there's any wanting approval or any disapproval of the body and of you, of your mind, welcome all wanting approval. And then just let it go. And if there's any wanting separation, feeling cut off, lonely, nobody understands, it's only me that gets this, nobody knows what this feels like, any of that, wanting separation, feeling separate, welcome all of that too. And just let it go. And if there's any wanting oneness, feeling that you can't just be at peace, that peace is out of your reach, welcome all wanting oneness and just let it go. Set it free. And now come back into the body and feel what is there. Maybe you have sensations in the body right now if you're experiencing any stressful situations. Then you can often feel that in your belly area, in your heart area, sometimes around your throat as well. You can feel it anywhere, but very often you'll feel it around the middle energy centres. Or any aches and pains in your body can start to feel a bit louder because we're creating cellular contraction and we're changing the chemistry in the body because with what we're feeling. And then, of course, the worse we feel, the more we judge that. Therefore, we hold it in place and we actually increase the suffering. And this is why we need to really help people see that feelings are energy and they can be moved and they can be released and they can be changed. Now, I'm not saying when terrible things happen, as they have been happening all around us, that you're not going to experience negative feelings, because we are. But in general, if it's just today you're not really sure what's wrong, there's nothing immediate in this moment for you to be worrying about, but the body's in a state of stress, a state of contraction. We can breathe, we can let go, we can hum, we can chant, we can walk, we can go into the forest, we can go into the cold. There's so many different things that we can do. We can go and meet a friend. All these different things that we can do to change how we feel, and really to move from the victim of the body to the master of the body. We need to understand that the feelings are emotion, energy in motion. And when we understand that that's energy in motion and we can control that to a degree, clearly, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination there yet, but I certainly have a much more power over my emotions than I used to have. It's a work in progress. So learning that we can change how we can feel is hugely empowering. So let's just get to do another release on the body. So take your attention to an area of the body that you've either criticised maybe your whole life, or that is needing some extra love and attention. Now, we have really, really strong data to show that visualization works for healing the body. The Bristol Cancer Centre have been teaching that for decades. It's been well documented. And obviously Joe Dispenza, our kind of modern day Jesus, he absolutely categorically reaffirms that with the power, the body follows the mind. But the problem is that most of our minds are running around like a lunatic. And we learn to calm the mind and use the mind to give the body the information that we need. We can transform not only how we feel, but we can transform our health. So if there's an area of your body that you've criticised constantly, or if there's an area of your body that right now needs some loving and healing, maybe you have some health issues, just close your eyes and take your attention to that area now. The area that is needing some focus and attention, or the area that's been constantly criticised. So just feel into that area, as if you're looking into someone else's body and having a look around to see what's there. In this moment, what can you feel in that area? And now, can you just imagine that area is like your most beloved child, grandchild, pet, view? And can you allow yourselves to receive that unconditional love frequency of sheer unconditional love, vibration, and gratitude for holding you and allowing you to experience your life through these cells, through the consciousness of our organs, our skin, the muscles and the bones that hold us together, the field that we're part of. So just allow yourselves to feel unconditional love for that area, and allow it to spread over the entire cellular system. Allow the cells to vibrate at this higher level. Allow that energy and feel the cells expand. And now we're going to do a polarity release. So allow yourself to feel the judgment you felt about the body, the criticism. Why is it like this? Why is it like that? Why does it not look like this? Why does it not feel like this? Why is it not doing this? Why is it not healing fast enough? And then flip to having this unconditional loving relationship with this phenomenal, intelligent mass of cells. Allow your cells to vibrate into that high frequency of pure consciousness. And then flip back to, but criticize, judge. Why? Try to figure it all out. Why is it not different? Why is it not like this? I want to be happy, and if only my body was like this, I would be happy. And then flip back to that high frequency, unconditional love, without judgment, without criticism. Just allow it all to be. Look at it in awe and wonder, the cellular structure, the container of your soul. Timeless, free from concepts and labels and stories that limit and hold you back. And then flip back to criticizing and judging and trying to figure out and just disapproval, and it's not right and it's not right, blame, shame, complain. All the stuff that you've been doing to the body maybe your whole life. And then flip back to be in this mass of unconditional love energy. Expansive, eternal, limitless, incredible, loving, grateful energy. And just take some nice deep breaths. And could you feel the difference there between the 3D judge, compare, blame, shame, complain, and the 5D wow, everything, the intelligence, allow the intelligence to do its due. So the 5D energy, which is that we are consciousness, limitless, everything's working out exactly as it should. More into the heavier 3D energies where we want to intervene and interfere, and we've got something to say and a point of view, and of course that contracts the cells into that place. And when we move into that other state of unconditional love frequencies and energies, we can move out of suffering very quickly. Now again, if you've not done stuff like this before, it might feel or sound strange. I know certainly when I learned it, I didn't quite understand the power of my mind for shifting my awareness, my point of awareness from complaining, blaming and shaming to awe and wonder is enough to allow the body to heal. It's actually, and that's why I've got such a problem with the system, which really incites and induces fear for people, and which puts us into this complaint, blame, shame, apathetic state, or a variation of that. But as we go, oh, okay, the body's communicating with us here. What's it saying? And we need to learn to listen before it gets crippled with dis-ease. But when we can start hearing the knocking, I'm a bit tired, I've got a lot of adrenaline in my body, because the body's talking to us all the time, right? We're feeling that information, but most of the time we're ignoring it because we've got so much to do. And I'm aware that I'm in a very luxurious time of my life where it's just me I need to worry about, and not everybody has that luxury. But that's why I want to bring these little tips to you, so that you can enjoy these moments of peace created by you, not by anybody else, not by a food, not by a drug, not by anything, by you, by just Shifting. Oh, yeah. So instead of thinking of what we don't want, I can start thinking about what I do want and how things can shift really, really quickly. And it's like anything else. Practice, practice, practice. Make it a practice. We get good at anything by practicing it and by realizing there's another way to be. So if you hear yourself complaining, blaming, and shaming, and stating, I am all the things I don't want, I am knackered, I am starving, I am fed up, I am all the things that we say, it's a nightmare, it's this, it's that. Changing the language. We can start off just simply by changing the language. What would it take? What would it take for me to have more energy? What would it take for my body to feel satisfied and peaceful? So we start looking at where we would like to go rather than the habitual complaining, blaming, and shaming that maybe we've been doing for a long time. And if we're not feeling well, you'll drop into that because that's how it works. As we become more tired, fatigued, and feel unwell, we drop into that place of separation that we feel we're separate from everybody and nobody understands us. And then the stories get deeper and deeper and deeper. So start with the language, get into the body, feel what's there, welcome it, and let it go. Listen to what you're saying. If you're saying these negative things, this always happens to me. What would it take for me to move away from that belief system? How does it get better than this? So you're continuously looking to where you want to go rather than being dragging the past along and putting it into tomorrow and then dragging it and putting it into tomorrow. We know that, again, this is Joe Dispenza's work, 90% of what we thought we will think today, we thought yesterday. And we have this phenomenal imagination and we're not even using it, not even a tiny, tiny bit are we using it. So we have all this space to think of amazing things that are going to make us feel good, but most of the time we're busy, we're tired, we've got to, complete tasks, and we get on that treadmill. And it's time to get off that treadmill because our mind, even far more important than your food, is what's changing your chemistry. The addiction to drama, the addiction to the stress hormones, and it doesn't matter how great food is that you eat, you're not going to digest it if you're in fight or flight. You're not going to digest it properly. So we have to learn how to manage the mind, how to calm the mind, how to change from fight or flight into rest, restore, and repair. And then when we have that calm, we make much better choices and we see others in a much lighter way, because that's really where the challenges is going to be, is loving each other, loving your neighbour, instead of wanting to scratch their eyes out. And when we're in that state, that's much more challenging. So getting ourselves into the state that our relationships will benefit, we'll make better choices, our health will benefit, and then automatically your wealth will benefit. So that seems like a much nicer way to do it. Starts in here, the way we're talking to ourselves, the way we're talking to the body, and how willing are we to change and how open are we to change and to seeing things in a different way. So I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful Sunday and I'll see you all soon. Ciao.